Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. We're going to pick up where we left off last time. Just... Let me see here. It was, we're looking for a flying creature with a giant eye, which I believe in Final Fantasy lore is called an Ahriman. I'm not sure as to the exact pronunciation, but it's basically, well, I've got a mount here, like right at the top of the list here. It's kind of a flying eyeball with teeth, you know. It fits the description, um, and I believe story-wise, this is what we are after. So, we'll continue where we left off. So we're searching for a corpse west of Falgord, and it's once again in the same area that we've been snooping around. So, I'm gonna go ahead and head over to it. As you can see, I pretty much have left off exactly where I stopped last time. Didn't have much of a chance to do anything in the game. Not that I really need to, but there are other streams that I'm trying to prepare things for, so can't always just continue playing where I leave off. So that's how that goes. But I think we'll stay down this way. Hopefully not have to worry too much about the enemies here. Oh, it is in fact down from here. So let's drop down here and take a little bit of a hit as we drop too far. But once again, we should be fine. We are many levels higher. Should be able to handle ourselves here. Alright, so we are looking for this right over here. Right on the edge, and it looks like we are going to have to fight. So, and with that, it is in fact, well, a floating eye, I guess is just what they're going to call it. And there we go. Now I thought that this was going to be leading up to like a dungeon of some sort, but I could be wrong. As I've said before, it has been quite a while since I've played the story. So, I mean, we are kind of due another dungeon, I would say. Like, the first time we got 3 in a row, that was just an introductory to, hey, here's a dungeon in every area. Go ahead and have this experience. And then it's kind of like maybe 1 dungeon per episode, perhaps, at that point. So, we'll see. Greetings, adventurer. Is there aught I might assist you with? And I found this out there. Gods be good. Not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the central shroud. While the masked stranger you see does not seem to feature in any, sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end, none can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them, so as to notify their next of... This button, engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil? Or that of an organization, perhaps? Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. Shall see. It is a clue, after all. And continuing on, I would have you hold on to the lily button. You'll need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Yune. Mayhaps someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon that sigil. Alright, and we are in fact going back to New Gridania. And I think this was, what, the innkeeper? Or, I mean, we are heading to the inn. Maybe just somebody who likes to frequent the inn. Nope, it is, in fact, the innkeeper. The proprietress, as it were. Good evening to you, Yoko. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. Although I might, you know. Oh, there's a button. Well, isn't this a lovely little button? Engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body? Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You'll have to find the answer the old-fashioned way, by asking around. Could do worse than beginning with, Bernadette, over by the Aetherite Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Okay. Over to Bernadette. And see if she knows anything. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Show me what you have. Oh, there's the button again. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by the families of old, though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that while the lily is a recurring theme in I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Okay. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Sangold over at the Lancers Guild. Woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a forename basis. Okay, and that's just up north? Way up north. Okay, well, we will teleport up over there then. Save us a little bit of time. Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, that's a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear. But whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Oh, here's the button again. Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's Ward, northwest of here. Wait, memory comes to me. Of late, there has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursandel. Ursandel. And I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Okay. We're heading up to the northwest. This way. Just a little bit of a hunt to find out who this belongs to. Oh, nope, that's not the way I want to go. I was going northeast, or northwest, too quickly. Or this direction first. Maybe if I just open up the map to double check, that might help. Alright, here we are. Just surrounded by all the Halloween goodness. Do not believe we are acquainted. Pray leave me to my thoughts. Oh, here, how about... think about this. The sigil of the Dartan Corps. Dartan Corps family. And I could be pronouncing it wrong. I know a lot of these words are either made up or, you know, based off of foreign languages to me. So I apologize if I pronounce them wrong. How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman? Her face, was it marred in any way? I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. Alright. Skeletons in her closet. 28 weapon. What level is my weapon? 38. Okay, we still have ways to go. Still, I might keep a hold of this for other classes. I was once a manservant in the employ of the oldest and proudest families in Britannia, the Dartancourts. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, till one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her to regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of the body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hawk Manor, my home for nigh on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that lay Amandine for and longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Hawk Manor, on the western edge of the central shroud. Now go. Go and do what must be done. And this, I believe, is a dungeon. Hawk Manor certainly sounds familiar. So, we'll just teleport our way out this way. And head to the west. Although there's a bunch of buildings in the way, so I have to head north. Oh, this is the Chocobo Stables. I'll have to take a look at some of the quests here, because I believe they unlock things for Chocobos. Such as possibly dyeing them different colors. Alright, do I need to go up? I think so. I think up leads to the western half of the map here. And of course, a vastly different scale and level. So the things I with over here are level 10, at least according to those buzzing flies. And then up here, we have, well, probably level 30. Yeah. We have level 30. Again, I shouldn't have anything to worry about. Oh, however, there are giant Marlboros. Marbles? Oh. Oh, okay, these are different. Whatever those are. I don't know what level is the cutoff for if you are stronger than what things will be aggro toward you, but I'm guessing it's probably around 10 levels. So like these are 31. I don't believe they will aggro, but if they were 32 they might, or maybe 33. I don't know. We're getting to the point where it might matter. Alright, Hawk Manor now accessible. There it is, right here. Enter with NPCs, thank you. We're up to level 28. No? Can I change them? No alternate members. Okay. So it is just these three. I know once I get to the trust stuff, there are more than just three to choose from. Now this is another dungeon. I do not really remember how to get through it. I assume it's just start here, go that way, and get to the end. And there probably aren't Um, any directional things to do, although I'm immediately proven wrong. Sealed barrier. So progress is prevented there. So I guess we have to go this way. Well, there's a tiny key over there. And again, it seems like it's just like a bunch of monsters to defeat. And then we'll get to the end of this. Alright, so if there's a tiny key on the ground, I will need to keep an eye out for more things like that. And because it's like this, I'm probably going to have to fight more things than I would necessarily have to otherwise. Which is okay. But I'll try to make as quick of work as I can of it. Once again, I do want to say that I am not like good at the game, so I'm just going to, I play this for fun, you know. I'm not going to pay too much attention to proper rotations. I'm not going to be using, you know, potions to do the most damage, that sort of thing. I'm just going to be playing through it, you know. Alright, cleared this room out. I might as well have a look inside. And, of course, I haven't been through this, so I have no idea what direction I'm supposed to be going. Although I suppose I should probably be using some of these abilities, like the one that causes damage over time. Because, well, these things do have enough health that it probably makes a difference. Okay, so he did find a locked door. So we probably have to go this way. And look, another tiny key. Although, now that I'm noticing, I may need to move some of the UI around a little bit, because it seems like... Okay, hold on, that's... It's another locked door. Is there something here we need? No, not really, but I mean, I'm here at this point, so might as well. So, might as well pick up the treasure. What's here? Fine wax. Not sure what that's used for, but we'll keep it. I know some of these treasures are used for crafting different outfits. So, you know, it could be just one of those rare materials that you have to get from a dungeon. So, I'll have a look at it at some point and see if it's actually something I need, or if I can just sell it, if it's worth selling, in fact. I haven't taken a look at the mercantile stuff. Oh, oops. Seems I accidentally got the attention of another monster. And there's another key. There's a door. And again, unfortunately, I don't know. Nothing is coming back to me about this. So, in the long run, that's an ivy door. It's a locked door. Can't actually see over here. So I guess we will just go ahead and this. We'll check the door out and then we'll go fight the boss, or the mid-boss. I guess the keys are just going to lead me to more treasure. But I might as well check, since I'm here. Yep, more treasure. Battered shoes might actually be like a pair of dress shoes that would make an outfit look nicer. I don't know. Come on. But yeah, I'm gonna have to readjust my UI because I can definitely see now that some of these are overlapping. I gotta remember that this damage over time isn't like the Samurai one. Samurai one lasts for an entire minute, I believe. So I don't have to worry about it as much. But then that one also does a lot more damage, I believe. These doors opened up. So we're back at the entrance. Okay. Does that release the seal? No. If that's the case, then oh, maybe I just need the key. Might help. But since it's green key, I'm guessing it goes to the ivy door. Alright. Down this way we go. And back to Tiny Keats. And I do realize that standing exactly where the tank is probably not the best thing to do. That's why I moved. Once I noticed, of course. And I do also realize that I could, the way this works, I could probably just sit back and watch them do everything and not have to worry about the damage I'm taking because they'll keep me healed. Do I have a key for this? No. And just let them do all the work. But, you know, this is going to go faster if I help out, since I believe I'm probably the one doing the majority of the damage. Like, it seems I'm bringing enemies down faster than it's taking 2 to 3 characters to bring down a second enemy. And that's probably intentional. As you can see, like, I'm targeting something else. And I've already got it 2/3 done, while theirs is around 1/3. Alright. Just a couple more here. It looks like we're looking for a red key. There's 2 tiny keys in here. And probably one of the doors that these open up is going to have a red key in it. So, gonna have to keep looking. I don't know if this is random every time it's done. But, like, I don't see anything in there. So I'm just gonna leave them alone. Ow. Okay, we got a bunch of enemies on us at this point. Forgetting I have an AoE attack. Well, that's okay. I'll just keep hitting the buttons until they're gone. There we go. Next up is probably another locked door. In fact, 2 of them. I don't see anything in here. But, I mean, I've got the key, so might as well. Look at that. There's treasure off in the corner where I couldn't see. The yellow key. And I'm not really certain, but it seems like usually AoEs are good to use anytime you have 3 or more opponents. So I do try to do that sometimes when I'm thinking about it. But if there's only 2 opponents, I don't usually do AoEs, because it's just not as beneficial. Can I climb this? I can. Okay. Then that leads us back over here. And apparently a carnation is yellow. Alright, we have a jester and a student. Don't know which one to attack first, so... And it seems like this one, maybe? doesn't seem to be going so bad. Fighting our way through the banner staff. There we go. This up. Then those are just lights, I think. This probably brings us back to the entrance. Alright, so I'm guessing this is going to be used to open the barrier. There we go. And then I guess it doesn't matter which way we go. Looks like we might have to go down the hallway and fight a few things before we can go through this door. Or not? She doesn't look so bad. Right, so we don't need to go down that way at all. Although, where did the eye thing go? Okay. I was just watching what everyone else was doing to see what was going on here. Oh. Alright. I didn't do that right. Apparently I was supposed to look away. learning. I'm learning. There we go. All taken care of. Once again, thanks to the NPCs for making this less of a headache. Oh, what do we have here? Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. It's a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. Alright, so we've got, I guess, some number of gray-masked individuals and one red-masked individual. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Heidelin chose well. Oh, maybe I should pay attention to their names. Let's see, like, okay, Ashian of the 12th Sword, so that tells me that there's probably at least 12. Well, at least 13 if you count the red one. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Of the 12th staff. Alright, I don't know how many there are. Now we're up to 25. I don't recall having to fight 25 of these guys, so I'm probably wrong. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take measure of your strength for Master La Habrea. The task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Fare you well, bringer of light. All right, then. All right, where do we need to report? I don't know. Hold on. Like that. I guess. Oh, we're reporting to the butler. Got it. That makes a little more sense. All right. Am I going the right way? I am. Inventory's filling up very quickly. But that's fine. You are returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. So, she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace and beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe that they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, though misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. Alright, and report to Minfilia, who is out there, so just go ahead and use one of these teleport envelopes. And here we are. Just a quick journey to where I need to go, saving lots of time now that I know that I have those. And even saving some money. Again, not that I need to save money. I do have a decent amount. And I have returned. Welcome back, Yoko. Full glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn to the 12th Wood? Well, I'm back, aren't I? Two of La Habrea's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then, that the Ossians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against the threat unaided. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Ossians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you're ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. Well, let's get right to it. I have no need to do anything else at the moment. That whole ordeal brought us up to 44 in level. 44 and a half, I guess. Wrath of the Titan. Okay, so we are going to be taking care of some kobolds. And a new primal. Well, not everyone's here.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Okay.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan.
There we go.
Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlwyb hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
Right, but it also takes an immense amount of crystals as well. Like, you can't just will them into existence. You have to have, from my understanding, a large amount of crystals and possibly other sacrifices to bring them about.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst.
Will do.
The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The Echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
What if my weapons aren't made of steel? I mean, I think the ones I currently wield are. But, you know, I use fists.
So you will accept? Thank you.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola. Can we, Minfilia?
Well, you could, but, you know, the more the merrier.
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
She'll say yes.
I never thought it in question.
Exactly.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies, tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
All provisioned up and ready to go. Just a matter of teleporting there, I suppose. Alright, we are headed to Lenoska. Teleport to the main Aetherite, because it is like half off for the teleportation or something like that. Then I believe the aft castle is the closest. And talk to the Storm Commander. Hail, adventurer, and welcome to the Maelstrom Command, or Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know more about enlisting, please speak to the personnel officer. Unless you are the guest we were told to expect. Aha. Forgive me, madam. To business, then. It is as we told the antecedents. The kobolds have once again summoned a titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogomoro. Ogomoro? Our scouts subsequently confirmed the objective. Subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals, fodder for their fell primal. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Word has spread of your accomplishments, Yoko. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for heeding our call. Forgive me the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Yoko personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the kobolds plagued our people. Nor is this the first time we have had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to the brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So does that we turn now to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you are right, yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the Thalassocracy make it a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands, that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Lemensons who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Y'shtola. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it, yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa citizenry are, of course, paramount concern. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of aether further inland. The effect will be felt here in the city ere long. Okay, so this is all happening because Limsa wanted to expand their borders. I mean, it seems like at face value, Limsa is taking advantage of the fact that we would, they know that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are like prepared to face the primals, or have made it their agenda to face primals. And so it seems like that has emboldened them to strike out on their own and rely upon the Scions to help them out of the hole that they've dug for themselves. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. Can I count on your help, Yoko? And I will say yes. You have my thanks. along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. That the kobold should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all of we can of our foe, and I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. Company of Heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Noska. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Alright. So we're headed down here. And there is no teleport point nearby. Wow. I guess Costa del Sol is the closest. So we'll go ahead and teleport here and journey south. And yeah, I've kind of stopped talking to the Chocobo Keeps. I know I'm not going to use their travel network. I mean, it's a great idea, but the game just provides better modes of transportation. You know, whether it be teleportation or mounts that just travel faster. You know, just makes that big of a difference. So, I use my own travel. As much as I'd like to travel by Chocobo, you know. Oh, and it's right here, huh? I guess they're inside? Yeah. Stola, I thought you were gonna go check on their friends. Why are you here? You gonna say something, Venturer? Just keep staring. Eh? You want to know about the Company of Heroes? Price of fame. Can't a miller mill in peace no more? Just want to talk. Still, seeing as you've come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige you. Consider yourself lucky, lass. Old Tractome was the company's best axeman. Now, what was it you wanted to know? Everything you can tell me. We're up to level 30 quests, it seems. Still staying quite a bit ahead, but I think it's slowly catching up. So you want to hear the tale of how the Company of Heroes bested a primal, do you? Let me guess. You mean Titus, aye? Or Titus? Well, if only you'd been there to see it. It was a mighty struggle, like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights, we did. Ground trembled with every step Titus took. I'm gonna go with Titus because it sounds more like Titan. And when he hit you, girl, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Just like that. Why, what's that look for? I'm a hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to beat him. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmill, just south of here? Ah, do that, and we'll talk. Alright. Would you like me to bring their tails back as proof? Oh, here we are. And it doesn't seem so bad. Even if they are level 30 rats. Oh, there's the rat king. Still, not so bad. Then again, if you consider the fact that I had to throw like 3 punches at full strength at each rat, that is probably quite a dangerous thing. So the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, adventurer. Saved me the hassle of... Ah, never mind. I mean, for me, it was worth 25,000 experience. So could you, give me that quest again? I would love another 25,000 experience. We're up to level 30 equipment as rewards. Mine is still 35. What? You still asking about how we beat Titus? I don't know, Venture. It was a pretty risky strategy. Kind only a veteran of 10 score battles could rely upon. I want to teach you, I truly do. But unless you prove you have what it takes to face the guy, I can't in good conscience tell you a thing. At the very least, you'll need to be capable of slaying, say, a Goobu. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. And creatures have a taste for the flower build here, so you might ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut one down quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road, why don't you try heading due west and stand lookout, case a Goobu comes calling. Slay it, and I might consider telling you more about old Titus. Alright. Here we are. There's somebody also here, but hopefully it won't bother them. There we go. As strong as 2 rats. And you again. That Goobu was harassing the millers is dead. Didn't think you had it in you, adventurer. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. Still not sure if I should tell you our secrets. Well, you know, most of it was waiting around for it to show up. But I'll take another 25,000. So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you've got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you slew, tracked him? You in here drinking again? If you are, that Goobu had better be dead. Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have me word on that. Cleave the beast's skull in two with my trusty axe, I did. Is that a fact? What will your friend here say if I ask her? She'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me true. Was it Tractum which slew the Gubu, or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Tractum, the finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes, the legendary mercenaries who slew the Titan Titus. Titus? Titus? Who is Titus? Some primal you fought in the drink-sodden dream? Company of heroes slew Titan. You half-wit? Well, you see, Titus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of baloney I've ever heard. Both of you outside. We're learning the truth the Luminson way. Tractum, if you don't slay that Gubu, you may consider your contract revoked. Don't look at me. You got yourself into this. Oh, come on, outside. Here we go. Looks like it might be a one-on-one. Destroy the large boulder. First one to smash the boulder will be judged the Goop Slayer. Who picked these boulders? They're nothing alike. Let the contest begin. Does a damage over time work on a boulder? Apparently it does. Killing is against the rules? Well, sure, whatever. I've still won. Alright, I admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes. But I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned my lesson. Honest I have. Save your blubbering, Tractome. I should have known. Mercy, please. I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folks I asked for work, and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol. There was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but you went and believed me, so, Look, his name is Whiskate, alright? I don't know how to pronounce that. Whiskate? He'll tell you how to defeat Titus or whatever the thing's name is. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on then, tell the chief to forgive me. It's only fair. No. I mean, it's up to him. Alright, back to Costa del Sol. And just see how much it is. Might as well teleport. Again, I've got the money. No sense being stingy. At least not on teleportation costs. And here we are. Pardon? Wish to slay the Lord of Crags? We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsel and Minsa are depending upon us. Fancy yourself heroes, then. Just like in the tales? Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours. My associate here has bathed in Ffriv's hellfire and lived. She is blessed with a power that protects her from the primal influence. Thus she was able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risks, and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. A woman who can't be tempered? Useful, but it will not be enough. It's true that the company of heroes fought and felled the primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. I defeated him in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of the Titan. You're passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserve better than the greeting I gave you. But I will not send you into Ogomoro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gegeruju's estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Ye gods, man, have you heard nothing I have said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, then you are welcome to find your own way into Ogomoro. Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Or, you know, an alternative to show us how, to show him how strong we are is to just fight him, you know? Oh, interesting. There is a Empire fortification up to the, what would that be, north? Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty to work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa hangs in the balance. That's level 45. And I can do the next job quest, which I thought was all the way back at level like 30. Alright, well, I will do that at some other point. Mastery quests that can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. Nyx has recently been seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, a master does not want large slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. Then why did he set up at a beach? The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with a herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. Alright. Interesting. Shallow enough to hit the ground, but deep enough to swim. At least I don't have to get the herring on my own. guess we wait here. Oh. There we go. Everyone wants proof that I'm strong enough. Nobody believes me at face value. I think one of these days I'd learn to just, demonstrate by perhaps punching a support pillar or something. But no, I'm a lawful goody two-shoes. I'll just do whatever quest they say and hopefully not run out of time. Luckily, I don't think that actually ever happens, where I run out of time because of somebody asking me to do a quest. Well, did you deal with the minute, Nix? Were you not watching? That looks like a chicken leg, but sure, it's a frog leg. Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident long ago. Not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. Anyway, yet another person who doesn't say any road. Now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befits your talents. So you knew that it was pointless busy work. Great. Well, still worth 25,000 experience. Two highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and the Master wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and so, Yoko, your mission is to seek out and obtain rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine. And by suitable, I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long and arduous journey. I don't have time for a long journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I would have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with Landinel at Camp Tranquil. What? Do you mean to tell me that you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Adventurer, if you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. But it is true, in reality, wouldn't have this kind of time to do all of this. You require assistance, adventurer. So, this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you, Yoko. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise. What is... Guess there's people down below speaking. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you get it? You amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. I mean, hey, it's Another 25,000 experience. We get materia as reward and some die. Critical hit, direct hit, or determination. Not necessarily anything I'll use. Let me be clear. This business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them, it was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians are, by and large, an unforgiving lot. Detto here, being a rare exception. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen, with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade, by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heaven's pillar. I see. Well, what are you waiting for? It's perfectly good adamantoise egg in the nest to the east of here, just ripe for the taking. Not that I expect you'll live long enough to claim it. I know, but I'll prove you wrong. Mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay your hands on the egg. There will be other heroes, Yoko. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in the swamp. All right, then. See, apparently I am a good person, and in fact, apparently too good to say anything about such a person being in this position. Alright, so over here is the nest. Somewhere. Can't just deal with any old adamantoise, no. Has to be this one over here. Oh. Oh. Okay. Now I have to pick it up again. Almost ran back without the egg. That adamantoise was weaker than the ones over here, for some reason. And, hello, I'm back. To your surprise. Thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end. Hey, here's your egg. Such bravery, such recklessness. That will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain. Should make haste to southern Thanalan. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Uldo. Yeah, whatever that is. He will be your next guide. Safe travels, Yoko. Trial by turtle finished. So out to the desert we go. Are we getting a sandworm something or other? Hey there, buddy. State your business, adventurer. So this is the one Skate sent me. I haven't the foggiest of what he sees in you, and until I do, you'll receive no aid from me. I mean, that's fine. I don't think it really matters which one of these I take. I'm not going to use them. At least I don't plan to use them for a while. They're still level 30. Persistent. Very well. Let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that. And you did manage to obtain the Adamantoise egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. I once fought. Also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong. And now I am done. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills, instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That is why I claimed my position, and it is why I still hold it, and it is why I will not help an unproven whelp. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies the Malcha encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face this Amalja in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this, I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You'll have to solve that riddle yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior and bring to me his necklace. I mean, sure, but this doesn't really help anything, because if I am as strong as I am claiming to be, instead of luring him out, I just fight my way in, you know? With the old might makes right thought. How far is this? Oh, it's not that far. I mean, this is kind of why some people go into dungeons solo with no level scaling, just so that they can be like, yep, I am, you know, a dozen or so levels higher than I need to be, and I can finish this without any help. Which I probably could do. I don't know. Oh, here we are. Destination's over here. Okay. We'll await him here. Hello there. There we go. And so we shall return. Or this angle, I guess. I probably should have teleported. Oh well. I just didn't because it was just on the same map. Oh well. You're here now. just ride into the building mounted on a horse like this? Yes, yes, I can. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? Dead enough that I got this. Tis a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. No, I shouldn't have. I should be like, yep, here it is, holding it out in front of him to show him that it exists. I should not give it to him because it is not his trophy to earn. Or, sorry, he did not earn the trophy. I did. The spear belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar, he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. He has pretty good eyes if he could see the spear lying on the ground flat, like it was. Did you discern my intent? Or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. Yep, those are still level 30. Another 25,000 experience. Wonderful. Those are still level 30. A shame we did not meet when I was still in the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. Excuse me. Got the hiccups again. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a Wellwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but Wellwick worms are far fewer in numbers. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on smaller creatures of the Sagoli. Freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location where Wellwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the brood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. I believe I saw an angler just right outside the gate over here. Had a little quest mark on it. Right there. That thing. Then again, maybe not. My destination is over here. This one's a different type of angler. Looks the same, but slightly different, I guess. And all the way over here. Isn't this pretty much where I was just at, though? I almost, like, right over here is where I was at. Oh, whatever. There's plenty of desert that it could have sent me to. And now to wait for it to appear. It doesn't seem to be hungry. Oh, that's right. I've been doing this all wrong. Okay, first of all, there's that. I need to do this. Can now summon a chocobo. Alright, maybe I can't. I will throw this up here as well. I don't know. I'll look into it. Oh, it got bright all of a sudden. And it says I can now summon the company chocobo mount. Yep. So I can dismount. Alright. We'll figure that out later. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Yoko. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Westgate. Worry not, you have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and see Westgate's council. But hold a moment. Since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there's something I would like you to deliver to him for me. I guess. Still level 30 equipment, okay. The captain was always fond of this brand of wine. I'd be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Westgate was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect that he still is the case now. Please give him my regards, Yoko. And back to Del Sol we go. Here we are. Well met, Yoko. Landonel and both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? You know what brings me here. But here, I have this as well. Ah, my favorite. I shall have to thank the personally. Now, you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenard this time to obtain it. Great. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect the last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the long stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I'd like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks and speak with Ozun Nazun. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. Where might this be? Oh, just up the road? Okay. Very well then. Off we go. I don't know why, but Brayflox seems to be a name that I recognize for some reason. But I'm not sure why. And I'm trying to figure out what it is, but I can't recall. What's the hurry, venturer? Something happened over at the Gabi settlement. I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Rain Catcher's Gully. I kind of figured that was going to be the case. Yep. 40 guild across the river. This way, it seems. Although it's not where I thought I was going. Bit more north, I guess. Setting too far west. Tongue flaps of Whiskate be reaching ears of Brayflox. Uplander has come for tasty fresh Gabi treats, yes? Quest prize of Uplander Deep and Longstop. Flighty beast chased a Gobbly flock from homes. Gobby flock needs goodly Uplander. Gives safety to Longstop with much hand lending. Oh, I see. That might be why this is memorable as a name. Looks like I've got another dungeon. Great. The things we do for cheese. We're up to level 32. So, there we go. And I guess it goes without saying, I certainly do not remember this. My Hawks Manor, I may have remembered. But Brayflox? Nope. Not at all. Alright, so it looks like might be fairly straightforward. Okay. I'm guessing that is what we are going to go fight. Here's the great big lizard thing. Alright, so is there any way through this? I'm gonna try to see if I can just go this way. Hope I chose the right direction. See if I can cut down on some of the fights. I gotta say though that while these aren't the greatest of being entertained, can we hop over this? No. Seems I have gone the wrong way. Wonderful. Unless I'm supposed to talk to you for something. Okay, got a key. That's just a little alcove. So it seems like I'm probably not going to be able to skip anything. Unless there's like some way to worm my way around some of the encounters. Although we're already at our first boss. Okay, so I guess this might have been the thing that we saw right at the beginning. And if that's the case, then it's all good. And I suppose take care of the ads. Otherwise it might overwhelm the tank. But probably once again I could have just left it to NPCs to handle. But I don't want another instance of like the instance where I was just gonna focus on the big bad guy and, you know, then it's like, oh, killed him too quickly. Here, start over at the beginning. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to sneak around anything. Looks a little too narrow. Oh, hello, treasure. Alright, nothing to do with them. Just by getting close, the tank automatically goes after them. So, we gotta fight these as well. Hopefully, I will be able to just head to the northwest. Not have to journey to the south for anything. But likely if I do, I will have to come back for a key or something. We'll try it anyway. As well, I need to come back if run into a gate or something stopping us. Right, that's actually a dead end. Never mind. I have to, in fact, I guess head this way. Yes, I did notice that there was a bunch of enemies up top. As long as it's not required, I'm not going to worry about it. Seems like they decided to join in the battle. Just a little more and we'll be done with this. Are they really having that much trouble with the other monster? There we go. This way, I guess. once again, it looks too narrow to avoid any fights. So, here we go. Seems they have decided to attack this one instead. I don't know why. It always seems like whichever one I target, they target the other one. Alright, is there a way I can walk around this? Doesn't really seem like it. Well, okay. It seems like they target the one I don't target, other than the very first one that's attacked. See, there it happens again. Granted, I'm sure some of the attacks are hitting both. Alright, where are we going? Are going up. So, this way. Alright. Looks like we're just about to the next boss. And here we are. It is a salamander. Or something. I don't know. It looks salamander-ish. Something going on over here. Someone was bubbled. Sure, it'll target me with that eventually. Then again, maybe not. Could just be random. Oh, hello. Maybe this is what we saw flying around. that it? That is it. Okay. Good. We have the key to this gate. That is wonderful. Hey, don't move away from me. How close are we? They're fairly close. I mean, there's usually 3 bosses, I think. I don't know if there's any that have more than 3 bosses. Not that I, well, maybe like the big missions. Like at the end of storyline type missions. Those might have more than 3 bosses. There we go. Not much further. In fact, this looks like it's it. You get a little cutscene here. Why do the best ingredients always have to come from the most dangerous creatures? Oh, we're all running this way for some reason. Okay, so the green globules explode. Oop. Here's a good spot, and there we go. Just a little more. Just halfway done. And there we go. Sorry, I was a bit quiet at the end there. I was just making sure I got it through it all without any trouble. More treasure. And away we go. That brought me up to 47. A goodly uplander has thanks of Gobbyflock. Flighty beast was tricksy foe, but uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for flighty think. For fighty think, sorry. Brave flocks. Happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to clever uplander. Cheese is stinky sweet gobby treats. Special make with secret gobby parts. Right, I suppose it wasn't the dragon that we were fighting for the food. It was the dragon we were slaying to get food from the goblin. Got it. No party complete without Gobby Gouda, brave flocks ever say. Every. And now to deliver it, I'll just teleport back. And here we go. I gather you solved Brave Flox's little problem. Yeah, a little problem. By the gods, that unholy stench. This is definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, it should be quite flavorful. How is it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Oh, the quest's done. What do you mean you forgot the why? Bravo, Yoko. Thanks to you, our guests shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exotic aperitif? Aperitif? Unfamiliar with that word, but whatever. Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lamani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him the order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering, if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually have need of that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lamani my regards. And they are up here, I think, right there. So, teleport back across. And there they are. Sweat, grime, and blood. Aye, you reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I'm mistaken, brings you to Wineport. Well, got this letter of request of wine. Order? Let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. Paper smells of loam and perfume. Costa del Sol. There's also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, the master would not settle for anything less than the best. Dirt's Whites and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. Ah, but perhaps you're confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one has lost his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You only wish to discuss the wine, I suspect. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. Ah, but you grow impatient, and Wiesket must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Baird Glayant, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. Okay, at least I'm not trying to make wine out of nothing. You don't have it. Here, go make something new. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of this polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte Vinter bid you speak with me? Ah. You nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you goo-boo urine than sell you my worst vintage. Be gone from my sight. All right. Well then. Glad to know that people are in a good mood. I take it he said no. Really, in those words? Well, I cannot say that I am surprised. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the wine baron of Limsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well. I shall have to take an alternative approach. There's a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not have been a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the Venerons of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never before seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. Now, here's the thing, though. Like, you make a grape, or breed a grape, cross-pollinate, whatever. that you then name Bacchus, who of course is the what is it, Greek god? Roman god? Greek, I think. Of wine and other such things. What happens when you make something better? You know, you can't use the top tier name for something because eventually there will be something better. I don't know. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. I, the legendary Bacchus wines, were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. That moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. Sure. But as it all too often said, the calamity changed that. Bacchus Vineyard were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Beardogant to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has bottled Bacchus wine, who has a bottle of Bacchus wine, and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vineyards tending the vineyards must have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. Sure. Up this way, you say. Bacchus wine? Don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and all the elements. Never counted on a primal blowing up the house. Oh, there's just one. The other guy's over here. Or lass, I suppose. Haven't encountered them yet, so I don't know. But they are up here nonetheless. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. Well, then it's a good thing that time travel exists. Well, wait. Maybe it doesn't. Yeah, scratch that. I don't think time travel is really a thing in Final Fantasy. Or at least not in Final Fantasy XIV. Sure, alternate worlds, dimensions, that sort of thing. Time travel isn't a thing that comes to mind. No luck, Most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a venter. After Titan blinded me in a battle beneath Ogomoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized that there was so much more I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me find a new direction in life. Breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia which once filled me with hope may be forever lost to us. Gonna go with the potion of strength just because I am a DPS. I must say, this task of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain's done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet. though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there's a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Drest took me in and nursed me back to health, and it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. So, I mean, it seems like the Bacchus wine still exists, and for the fact that, 3 years after the calamity, Drest decided to give this person a drink of it, speaks highly of them, I guess. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Drest sometimes works at the Raincatcher Gully docks, so perhaps Ritskilt can tell you where to find them. Alright. Oh, down to the docks we go. I suppose it's far enough that we can ride. Save a few seconds. Nope, can't go that way. Alright, well, lost those few seconds saved. Nope, he's up here. Dressed? What do you mean the hermit? I toss him a few gil when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you mind to find him, though, head southwest to the Severed String. All right. I believe this goes through. Yeah. We can take this direction to get to him. Oh, but I need to go this way. If I manage to hit 50, I might just have to see about getting a full set of good equipment made. Because 50 was the level cap when the game started. So, there's a lot of stuff that I could do to get some good equipment of that level. Also, I suppose if I hit 50, I could also technically change class to samurai or something. What? What do you want? Here. Bottle of wine for you. Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? I... can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. Sure. Slay 5 of them. Will do. Looks like there's one over here. Two more. Looks like there's a couple over here. This should do it. There we go. Now back this way. Don't mind all the giant monsters that are just roaming about. I suppose I could have headed back to these two here, waited for them to respawn. Might have been faster, but oh well. We have returned. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me, even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the Maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others? No one else survived. I didn't ask for this. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some jungle halfway across the world. I just want to go home. Halfway around the world, huh? Maybe the map actually covers more of the world than I expect. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Earlier today, at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine. See? It should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shmani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same. Okay, so I guess it's more of he gave the wine to Shamani because kind of saw a kindred feather, I guess, like saw a bit of themselves in Shamani and wanted to try to get a little better for them. One more. Oh, got to level 48. Awesome. Back here to deliver the wine, I guess. I don't think I'm hitting 50 tonight, though. Might happen in between sessions, but I doubt it. Even if it doesn't, I might just go ahead and make some level 50 equipment anyway. It'll give me something to do. It'll give me a reason to level everything up to 50. Or higher. It has been some time, Yoko. What news do you have of Drest? It hasn't been that long. Ah yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. You're not so different, Drest and I. Two men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. In his past time, I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Yoko. By the gods, Yoko, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've discovered something extraordinary about Drest's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, could revive the Bacchus wine industry. You must know where Drest found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Alright. Back to the south we go. Be interesting if you could actually make these grapes using you can get a garden plot if you get a house or an apartment. So it'd be kind of interesting if you could make Bacchus grapes, but I don't think you can. At least I don't recall being able to. Alright, here we are, back again. Oh, hello again. What is it? This. It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubu tracks, though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the back of one of such beasts. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gubus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. Sure. How far are we going? Right smack in the middle of the fate. Wonderful. Oh, this one actually has a name? Or maybe this is a type of gubu? There we go. And back this way we go. Alright, let's see what he has to say. Nope, this isn't where we're going. This is. If I had noticed that to begin with, I wouldn't have wasted the time running over here. Sorry. Alright, Shamani. Here you go. Here is a cutting. What did Drest have to say, Yoko? Tell me everything. Oh, here you go. I was right. The smell, this texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grape vine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could... I? 12 as my witness, it is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You offer this to me? But why? There's none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyard than you, Master Bergalint. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish as me to keep this cutting. Never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Erosio will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't... Wait. The shape of this bottle, the scent of this label, this couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It's the crown jewel of my personal collection. I carry it on me everywhere I go. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that this was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we can't refuse. The master will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Yoko. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Ffxiv. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. It's interesting to note that the guy that got the clipping, the one that gave the bottle of wine to Shamani, saw them immediately give it away to me. And for nothing less than some rich person's party. Oh well. Here's the wine. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So what of the wine I asked you to bring? I drank it all, sorry. Here's the empty bottle, though. Is that a 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I wonder if, like, they'd be able to tell if I had drunk this wine and filled it with some other wine, would they be able to tell? By the sounds of it, this is rare enough that you probably wouldn't be able to know. But, oh well. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you. But congratulations, Yoko. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. They better. Speaking of which, your associate, arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. She's just sitting over there off to the side. Yeah? She's growing impatient? Perhaps you could tell her the banquet is about to begin? We don't care about the banquet. Hi, Stola. You have the look of a woman who's been to the seventh hell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in her own honor, and this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all. It begs belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Stola, Lady Moriana. Hi. Who are you? 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madam. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, she must have sensed something was amiss. And you got the company together, I see. You didn't seriously think I would send you running to the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? I mean, that's what you said, therefore that's what I believe. Spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment. Unlike me, Yoko has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten her. Aye, fair's fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, you each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be God-slayers by his own criteria. If even one found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. But if she proved herself worthy, we swore we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they've had no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test Yoko with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I'm sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She is a brave one, that much is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of danger despite my repeated warnings that it could cost her her life. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey as relentlessly as a child of the sands, and struck with precision with when opportunity presented itself. It's as if you went out there and watched what I was doing rather than waiting at home for me to return. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Yoko, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at her side. And you know, it doesn't help that I do already have a million gil in my pocket, so I don't need to worry about fortune. Wily Uplander is talentful plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty rockman. I can only concur with my colleague's assessments. The 5 of the Company of Heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Yoko Moriana, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Morihana Yoko, Titan's Bane. Yoko Morihana. All right. There we have it. Down here. Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax, enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Where are we going now? Ah, over here. There we go. Food. And wine. Apparently some of the best wine. So much for being in a hurry, though. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief, transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehending its fleeting nature and cry out to the heavens in celebration. Okay. But was it good? When you face the Lord of the Crags, think not of Limsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty thing. Gobbyflock cannot be coming to the rescue this time. You were at the rescue for another time? Yoko, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonell sends his regards. You are a veteran of countless battles, Yoko. This is but one more. Trust in your experience, and you'll prevail. You are blessed with a fortitude to rival the Earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. Alright, Stola, where are you? Right there. You never left your spot. Wonderful. You are kind to indulge them, Yoko. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan is yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. You must speak with him again. Alright. He's right here. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to the Bronze Lake in Upper Lenoska. There you will meet with Regal, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. And with that, I think I'm going to call it for the night. I was hoping that it would be an immediate, hey, head to Titan and fight him. But no, seems like there's a little more that we have to do. So, I'm going to call it here for now. And next time, we will start off with going to Titan and challenging him. Once again, I think if Ffxiv is anything to go by, I'll be able to use NPCs rather than waiting on a bunch of other people to help me with a fight. And of course, I will have to learn the fighting mechanics on my own. So yeah, with that, I'm calling it here. And I hope y'all had a good evening. I will talk to y'all next time. Have a good night.